Let's do some dumb football questions here, Booney,
Hit me.
to close this podcast. By the way, we saw this review on the Apple O-line committee page here. We asked you guys to give us your favorite random offensive lineman in your football viewing lives. And Alamo Wynn chimes in with a 5-star rating on Apple. Thank you. Says, love the pod. Keep it up with the dumb football questions. Shout out to Vlad Dukas, as Teddy Bridgewater once said.
I remember Vlad.
As Teddy once said, it's Vlad's team just as much as it's my team. There's also a play from 2018 against the Packers where Mike Remmers for the Vikings thinks it's a screen when it's a drop back pass. He slaps the back of the D tackle and Kirk gets sacked. One of the funniest plays I always remember. I don't remember that one, but that's hilarious.
I don't either. But I played with Remmers. I didn't play with Vlad, but I knew Vlad. Shout out to the most random lineman we've ever heard of. I love it.
Yeah,
am I supposed to throw one there?
No. You can. The audience, as you give us a 5-star review on Apple and Spotify, in the comment that you can give us, send us your favorite random offensive lineman, and we will read them on the show here.
I can't wait to hear a name that I haven't heard in years, like years and years and years, like Steiny. Remember Eric Steinbach?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I want to hear some names that, dude, there were so many guys that we used to just mess around with. I'm so excited.
I want to see some random ones too.
I do too.
I want to see, make our heads explode.
Here we go.
Let's see here. Laptop 6159 chimes in. It feels like an AI bot asking a question here. Can you break down why or what the different reasons are that highly touted can't miss first round prospects don't work out? The hit rate seems to be less than 50% of first rounders getting a second contract from the team that drafted them. Also, I want to say it's like an average of maybe 10 to 12 players out of 32 in the first round every year wind up ever making a Pro Bowl.
Right.
So what are like the various general reasons why a can't miss top prospect first round grade whiffs in the NFL?
I think very rarely does it ever have to do with speed or power. I think a lot of it is more mental. And it's the one thing that we always push in the gym that guys can never understand. Like, no matter how many times I tell them, I'm like, listen, this might seem really easy. Like, we do a lot of drills every day. We're always trying to push through something. We're trying to get them to think about something. In the beginning, it's very different for them, but they get a good grasp of it early because we keep it simple, right? Like, we just go over the simple basics of how to play O-line, and they're like, oh, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now we're more into the advanced shit. And now they're like, I get why this is so hard. I go, yeah, you get why it's hard, right? It's easy when I look up and I go, I'm just going to block him. It's harder when I go, I have to block him. But if he comes, I have to see him and I have to squeeze in. And if he comes, I have to completely close this gap. But by the way, don't forget, this is Aaron Donald standing here. Go ahead. Go fucking block him now. Go do it. But you have to see everybody else coming. Like, that's why this is so hard. And once you start opening their eyes to this, they go, I get it. I get why this is hard. And I go, and you see now defenses are smart. And they know that on this play, the tackle has to read this guy. And that's why they're moving him over 6 more inches, because now they have to look inside 6 more inches, which really puts stress on you. And then he's going to hit that backside A gap. So you got to close everything down. Like, it's going to be really difficult. But, oh, by the way, to your left, about 4 yards out there, standing in a motorcycle stance, ready to fucking piss all over your face, is Von Miller. I'm sorry. Good luck. Go have fun. Oh, it's not fun anymore? Not fun. That's why they fail, because they don't understand that it's not college. It's not just you going out and being fucking special. You're not special anymore, dude. You're part of a unit that is extremely special. You suck. You alone can do nothing. You with the 10 of us, now we're fucking dangerous. We are like, a force. It's crazy.
It feels like, and we've been doing this for 10 months, and you guys, you and Jay have sort of welcomed in the outsider who's never come close to playing in a meaningful football game in his life. And so I've been able to learn so much the last 9-10 months. And I would say, I'll even answer this dumb question, especially for offensive line play. It's a combination of the most complicated chess game you've ever had to be thrown into in terms of what are they across the line of scrimmage trying to do to us? What play are we running? Also, like, what play are we running? What play are we checking to? What, there's all this just mental warfare that you have to figure out. And also, you're trying to prevent a 6'4", 305-pound monster from splitting the A gap and killing your quarterback, right? It's like,
Right.
here's the mental warfare, the chess game. Oh, and also you're in an octagon. It's a UFC fight or
It's so
something.
fun. I know.
58 times a game.
It's addicting. It is so fucking addicting. And then not only that, but then there's the other part of like, there are times where people are meant to pull you out of position. Like, so like then as we continue to get more advanced, we'll start to work on, okay, now we're setting a twist and you don't see the twister coming. And all of a sudden he's going to pick you. Like, how do we not have that happen? Like, there's so many things that these guys have to think about. And then on top of it, you're like, oh, hey, by the way, go have fun. Go have fun, silly. And you only have 30 seconds to figure out what's going on every time. And that's if you break the huddle at the perfect time. Like, if you at all get stuck in that huddle, you're going to be rushed. And all of a sudden people are going to be talking faster and louder. And all of a sudden it gets crazy. And then all of a sudden you're like, shit, what's the count? Fuck, what's the count? Ah, God damn it. Dude, no bullshit. I was talking to Goody the other day. He's the Goody, John Goodwin. He is the assistant quarterbacks coach for your Los Angeles Chargers. And we were talking at the combine and he was laughing because he was like, you remember how many times you guys used to ask check count? And I would just get so mad. And I was like, yeah. He was like, I swear to God, you and Mike asked every single play. And so the defense always knew what the snap count was because we'd always be like, because there was so much. There was so much going on. You had to know the play, the kill, the alert, and you had to come up, ID this, sign me the mic. And then all of a sudden you'd be like, shit, did he say on one? God.
Right.
99% of the time, check count was Monday. And everybody would just laugh because they'd be like, Monday means it's on 1, right? Monday's the first day of the week. Tuesday meant it was on 2. Wednesday meant it was on 3. So you'd be like, yo, check count. Monday, stupid. And all of a sudden the nose tag will be like, you'd be like, fuck, I asked a question for nothing. Like, it's just, I'm telling you, it's a lot. And that's why the young players, they just don't get it. And then on top of that, you have to have the perfect technique. So coaches are constantly trying to drill this perfect technique into them. And then at the same time, you have to learn a whole new offense and all these new code words. And you're meeting a whole new team and you're really stressed out and you're stepping on everyone's foot and they're getting madder by the day. Like, it's a culmination of the perfect storm. And if you can get out of it your rookie year and make it on a team, you'll be fine. Because everybody will always say that. They'll be like, as a rookie, he made it. He must be mentally tough. But if you can't make it out as a rookie, it becomes hard.
Yeah. Actually, I have a follow-up dumb football question from all this. Like the mental cluster as you're going from huddle to line of scrimmage. Okay, here's our play, but here's what we're checking to if we get this look. And oh my God, what's the snap count? And 8, 7, 6, right? What is the number one reason for a delay of game? Like if there was a pie chart of main reasons why a delay of game, communication,
100%. Either the play got in
who
late.
To who. Okay.
It could be a multitude of people. It could be the play got in late. It could be that, and if that's really the biggest one. Play got in late. We didn't have enough time to get up and ID what we're doing. We don't ever want to run a bad play if we don't have to, because that could be a problem. A loss of yardage could be a sack. Bad things happen. That, or when you get to the line, the motions and shifts take too long, or people line up in the wrong spot. You see that a lot with quarterbacks. Like, hey, you're over here, and then it's same thing. Communication. We communicated it. You didn't hear it. What's going on? Or you heard something else. Like, it's a lot of times. And I know that when we played a lot with the Niners, a lot of it was because they were so like, we need the perfect play. And they would call play in and it would be so late that they'd be like, Dad, just burn a timeout.
Oh, that's one of my biggest football pet peeves.
I agree with you.
That having 40 seconds at the end of a game, because you can stop the clock, is so much. Now, It depends. There's some situations where if you're on the fringe of field goal range or something, you can't take the 5 yards, so you should call a timeout maybe, right? But these coaches where, dude, it's halfway through the first quarter and it's third down and 9 and you're about to get a delay or you don't like the look and you call timeout. It's like, dude, no.
That I agree with. But there were times where you would be, and at times we'd be in the huddle like, hey, what's the call? And he'd be like, hang on to the edge. Listening. And you could hear like, he'd be like, what's going on? They'd be like, they're going back and forth. They don't know what play they're doing. They want to do this. He wants to do this. He wants to do this. I was like, oh man, could you imagine the offensive mind in that moment, in that headset? Like, you had Chief Christ, you had Mike Solari, you had Greg Roman, you had Tom Rathman, you had Jim Harbaugh. Like, you had some dudes that did some things, played on some teams, and were some gurus. I can't imagine when they're like, hey, it's 3rd and 1. What does everyone want to run? It's probably like 10 people saying 10 different things. And you're like,
Yeah.
shit. Everybody, calm down. Like, we knew
12,
at times.
11, 10,
we were
9.
Like, just burn it. Burn it. Go ahead, burn it. They're not going to figure it out.
It's wild, man.
They loved us, though.
So those are your dumb football questions here for the week.